some of us in life are pilgrims. Some of us in life are settlers. But I know what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving, and that's you guys. So welcome back to the Three Amigos, and this will be our Thanksgiving episode. So happy first annual Thanksgiving episode.
Happy
we're
first. That was
thankful.
so touching.
We're thankful for anyone listening to this on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that
To
was
the 15 viewers we have, thank you.
yeah, fuck yeah. You guys are the best, bro. That's why
Mom, Dad, I love you.
I was just about to say, shout out to Justin's dad who helps us out on our YouTube comments and everything.
hell yeah, he's the best, bro.
I was checking that either earlier today or yesterday, and I saw he was giving me a hard time on last episode where he's like, "But the Lions or the Cowboys beat the Lions," because he didn't like that I was giving you so much shit.
Hey, we gotta have each other's backs. That's
Hey,
what
I
families
love it.
want.
yeah, Cowboys ride together, baby. They ride. But yeah, and we're also thankful for another wild week of football. And
Crazy.
thankful for that we I guess two of us are thankful in this little podcast that we got wins last Sunday, but one of us isn't, and that's okay. It's okay. We'll get back. We'll get back to it. We'll eventually figure out how to play football sometimes. But I would rather start with a team that nobody expected to go 3-0 in the last 3 games. A team that may be rebuilding a diner piece by piece, grit by grit, some might say. And that's the burnt down diner in the Lions. What do we got going on over there?
Well, right now the burnt down diner is kind of like Extreme Makeover Home Edition. You know, we're bringing a bunch of Ty Pennington's coming with his megaphone. He's bringing the crews. He's bringing the donations, the sponsorships, and we're rebuilding this diner. Okay, the Lions are looking really good. They're finally playing good football on defense. My boy Hutchinson, another pick.
Man's insane.
He's doing really good. I'm so excited to see just like how he progresses over the next couple of years, really. The Lions are looking good. Jamison Williams is starting to practice. Don't know if we'll see him. Definitely not this week. Maybe in December. I just want to see him once or twice this year.
I've been waiting to see this guy since preseason.
Yeah,
I've been so excited to see him. No, I just want to see, does he still have his speed? And then I'll be happy. You can put him away.
What is he coming back from?
They didn't get deattached.
ACL.
You know that. His feet are still there. They did not leave.
I know. But you just never know. And he's got that like Tyreek level speed. So I just want to see that he still has it.
And he's big, isn't he?
Yeah, he's taller than Tyreek.
Yeah.
He's pretty tall. We got a big week coming up. Thanksgiving game. This is basically the Lions Super Bowl every year. Closest thing we have. Yeah.
Hey, and it's against a good team.
So I'm still pissed that like that's who they scheduled us against for the Thanksgiving Day game. It's like, come on, guys, this is supposed to be our day, and it seems like you're trying to fuck. But the Bills have kind of looked a little shaky. Like I would still place my money on them being the AFC favorite right now, but they're
no
shaky.
way, bro.
Really? Okay.
The Chiefs?
Well, we can talk about that later. We can talk about that later.
To that.
Okay,
But
yeah, I was going to say,
they're a powerhouse. They're still a powerhouse. They're still going to be damn good. It's going to be a really hard game, but I am feeling kind of confident that we could make, a Thanksgiving miracle happen.
I think so too.
It's possible.
Our defense is playing great. The only thing is, I think Jeff Okudah will be out for this game because of concussion protocol.
So
that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So quick to each other. That's why the back-to-back games. If you would have had him,
yeah, exactly. If we played Sunday, he'd probably be okay. But the one thing that does make me nervous is the Bills just played here in Detroit, and they're kind of smart because they were the home team in that game, and they chose to use the visitor locker room and the visitor sideline. So then when they come back, everything feels the same for them. And I just don't like that they will come in kind of feeling acclimated to the situation already. Yeah, I feel like
they're at home. That was a home game. They're at home again.
Yeah, exactly. And
I mean,
so that's gonna be tough.
Do they even fly home? Like, did they go home? They did.
Yeah,
really?
they went home. Yeah,
that's
because
weird.
apparently it would have thrown off their schedule and routine more by just staying here than if they went home for a few days and then they come in tomorrow.
I guess they're so used to even Thursday night games where they go home
Yeah,
a little bit and then go back.
I actually saw them on the freeway heading to their game because I had a fucking Frontier Airlines. They get a shout out in this podcast for being the worst fucking airline
Frontier.
ever existed. You're all shitty ass employees
Were
if
you
you work for Frontier too.
So were you? Whoa, what the hell? Not all of them. Hey,
I had nothing but bad experiences with them for one, and for two, they lost my bag. So yes, Sunday I had to go back to the airport to get my bag, and on the way there, I passed by the Bills.
Did you think
Why
about
were you flying Frontier? Were you just being cheap?
Yeah, I was just being cheap. No, it was a last minute flight.
It's your fucking fault.
It was a last minute flight. I booked the tickets like 2.5 weeks out.
Yeah, who wants to go to Detroit? How much was it?
You can still. It's expensive, bro.
Expensive.
It's
And
expensive
because there's so many people from Michigan and Arizona, no matter what time of year you go, these airlines just fuck you because they know so many people.
Yeah, dude. Flying home from Tennessee is horrible.
Yeah.
So my tickets to go back home. Ugh.
That's why you just don't fly home.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I almost flew to Jay.
Let's go, boy.
Anything else in the burnt down diner?
No, I think that's about it. I'm nervously excited for this Thursday.
We're not there yet. Okay.
What? Am I forgetting something?
I just think it's still. I love doing this every week and telling you because literally like 4 weeks ago. I can't remember when it was. I hate the Lions. I'm so upset. Everybody there sucks. I hate the culture. The coaches cutthroat. Get him out. And now he's like 0-3 and we're winning 3 games. He's living on cloud 9. He is just so funny in his approach to it, and I think that's like typical Lions fan right there. Like everybody watching, listening, boom, that's Chris is a Lions fan to a T.
Literally.
Part of why I went off when I did that frustration was real. I'm not gonna lie. Real frustration.
Yeah, we know that.
I hated a lot of the coaching decisions that were being made that now the play calling is getting much better. But part of why I was getting frustrated before I did that. But the reason why I decided to take my frustrations to the podcast is I knew that I'd probably look like a dumbass because eventually they'd turn it around and then I'd have to eat my words when I just so publicly bashed them. And I didn't expect it to be that quick of a turnaround. Not to say that we're going to do anything. We're probably not going to make the playoffs. We need a few other teams to really fall apart for that to happen. But now said this going into this year. I'm so excited for next year because it just does seem like things are falling into place.
Do these picks look stupid or do you feel more confident? Because I think that's the thing. Like I was trying to tell you all along, like it's okay to lose that person to gain better people. Like don't get me wrong, that was a big person to lose, but like now that you're winning and you're moving in a direction and then you get a lot of picks for next year, and you're feeling better. That now looking at it, does that give you more optimism thinking, hey, next year is going to be a lot better year? Instead of winning 5 games, we're probably going to win 9, 10. You can.
I'll be able to answer that better when I see what those picks go to. Right now, our best pick is our first round pick from the Rams because the Rams have fallen apart so badly that they're giving us like the number 6 overall pick right now.
Isn't that huge? And that's just from a trade.
That's huge. Yeah. So what I really want to see from them? No, that was that was the golf trade. Yep. What I want to see from them is the biggest offseason move is going to be for a quarterback.
Yeah. Do you think this is wild, but do you think they take Bryce Young if he gets that far?
See, I'd rather they get Bryce Young than CJ Stroud. And that's not because he's an Ohio State guy. That's not because he's an Ohio State guy. It's because literally, I don't know. I'm just not that impressed with him. I've seen other recent Ohio State quarterbacks that I am more impressed by than CJ Stroud. And Bryce Young, it's hard to say because of how bad of a year Alabama's having for their standards, but he's like their best quarterback they've had
in a while
or ever. And so I think he would be really good. Other than that, I really don't know what quarterback coming out of college I'd like.
Then
I don't like the is it the Ole Miss guy or no, the Kentucky guy that people are high on. I don't think people should be that high on him.
What about that? Yeah, I mean that sucks for a hooker too that he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
But what about not taking a quarterback and drafting Harrison Jr. Another wide receiver?
That'd be overkill.
I mean,
he's going to be special as shit. That would be overkill.
You need a defense.
Oh yeah, maybe defense. Yeah.
Because think about it, we have him on Raw St. Brown.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get Jameson Williams back.
Yeah.
And then we have DJ Shark.
You do have DJ Sark.
And Reynolds is so like I'm okay. Oh, Reynolds, yeah,
great for a 3. He's playing really good for a 3.
Yeah, honestly, at wide receiver,
can you pick a quarterback up from another team? Can you is someone gonna get out of their contract?
That's what I would almost better
rather than.
But who?
Me too. I'd rather have a vet with all those experienced players.
Who are you gonna get?
Dude,
bring Stafford back.
Fuck.
Oh.
No,
I think he signed an extension. But
yeah, but who do you get that's like worth the money or worth the 6th round pick, the 6th pick in the NFL?
Well, hey, okay, whoa. Hear this out. This is super controversial. 100%. That's my favorite thing to do. Lamar Jackson's pays up. He's literally going to seek out a new contract because they didn't pay him.
I mean, yeah.
Well, okay. Well, why wouldn't
I mean, yeah, he's a great quarterback.
It's not a dumb idea. It's not like I'm just trying to think of people who are up for free agency next year. He's one of them. Unless he gets franchise tag, he can't get franchise tag to get fucked. You can also pick up a decent backup from somebody else. Who is the?
You want Cooper Rush?
No.
But I mean, honestly, he should stay with the Cowboys. Come on, backup quarterback role for the Cowboys.
Sounds easy. Yeah, but like
as much as I like the Lamar Jackson idea,
he's getting franchise tagged.
He's getting franchise tagged, and at the end of the day, he wants his bag. And the Ford family ain't giving him a bag because they don't give bags out.
Hey, they could be feeling pretty optimistic after these 3 wins, the most they've had in recent years. So it's very, very exciting. It could be an exciting time for the Lions.
Does that scare you when Hutch comes up from his rookie contract? Because the ends are getting paid.
It does make me nervous, but I think if he's on a trajectory right now where I think he's going to be a fucking superstar.
Yeah,
so I think because of how good he's going to be, the fact that he's literally a hometown hero, grew up here, went to Michigan, I think that they would be smart enough to keep him for his entire career, or at least for most of it,
Yeah.
But that does make me look.
The Lions do keep people for a long time. They keep them so long until they force them into retirement. You got a ton of people. Barry Sanders. You have Calvin Johnson, all great players that were forced into retirement due to not being let go. Oh man, what a time! What a time!
Yeah, but that's the only thing with your sixth pick. So if say it ends at they could be worse, and say it ends like the 4th or the 5th pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who could you even trade that for to get a quarterback from a team that's willing to let go of somebody that's young enough to have a franchise with, because you don't want to bring in a Tom Brady for a year that's gonna do nothing probably because you're not ready. You're not ready for that, right? You're not at a win now moment. So it's who do you think?
To be honest with you, I don't want to trade our 1 for him by any means, but if Garoppolo is available
Jimmy G,
after this season, I think he's good enough to. I mean, he's better than Goff, and I think he could be plugged into that and do better.
He's been to a Super Bowl, not once, twice.
Yeah,
well, maybe one. He only played one, but
Goff's been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
he took him to the Super Bowl, and he was an actual part in taking him to the Super Bowl.
I
But if
don't
I'm
mean
picking Goff
hate on Goff.
or Garoppolo,
He's
I'm taking Garoppolo.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean Garoppolo.
Ooh,
Well,
what about vice versa? They stick with Garoppolo and you get Lance.
ugh,
No, I don't want Lance. He looked like trash
no,
before he got
he
hurt.
looked like and now that's the
Lance
thing is
barely
like,
played college ball. Like, I don't think he's gonna be good.
yeah, and then it's so hard too because then even if you take your 3, 4, 5, whatever your first, and you get like a Bryce Young, who knows if it's even gonna work out
Yeah, who
for
knows if
like
he
Goff.
develops.
Yeah, if he develops right or whatever, right? But yeah, I don't know.
And
That's
if the
just like
Lions do take Stroud, obviously I'll support the shit out of him and hope that he does well. I don't see him doing as well in the NFL.
not in the NFL.
Well, I think this was a long enough conversation for
Yeah.
a 3-win team.
Probably the long.
Not a 3-win, a 4-win team.
4 wins. 3 in a row.
Listen,
4 wins.
Listen.
We're getting our 4th in a row this week.
If you want to talk to a 3-win team, just clock in, okay? Because we're coming over to the Steelers.
That's right. We got a better record than you. Take it away, Alex.
Dude, that was when I saw that this week. That was literally in my head when we lost. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? The Lions have a better record than the Steelers."
Lions are second in the division.
That was
Yeah.
a little wild. That was a little at what 4-7,
4 and 6,
4-6. I was like, "Oh my god, bro,
Dude, you could break 500.
yeah, you could."
We might.
You know, the Steelers are looking slimmer and slimmer each time.
Will the Steelers reach 500 is the question.
Dude, it's getting slimmer. Yo,
TJ Watt's back.
The schedule's so hard.
It is, but they played well against the Bengals. Like
it's a division game. Of course,
I understand, but like they played like. But okay, so we beat the Bengals the first game, right? No one expecting it. No one's like, and then because the Bengals they just looked trash, but they've looked really good, even though it's a divisional game. Like, we're just not expecting our team to actually do so well. This is the game that Najee needed. Where was he all year? What happened? Why didn't we have this Najee all year?
I know he finally came alive.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 90 yards. Like, where's this? Like, we're not. We need to like. And then I was watching Big Ben has a podcast, and I was listening to it, and he's kind of breaking.
Is it called
down.
No Means No?
So he was breaking down. He was breaking down the plays and stuff like that, and it was like. And it was, I think, just classic rookie quarterback stuff of like, he's like, hey, he had Devontae on a streak first play of the game open. He's like, let it loose.
Deontay. I got you.
He goes, just let it loose. You had him open. Like, what's the worst that happens is he fights for a ball, and you know what? Like, you went for it, right? And it was a couple of those where it's like Kenny's like afraid to let it loose. It seems like sometimes when he's not the most gunslinger out there, which we've had that for the last 17 years. So it's interesting.
Why do you bring him in as a consultant?
Ben?
He's so smart. He
like
loves that franchise.
As like a quarterback, how good is he as a quarterback coach? Because that's what he would be as a quarterback coach. And
he didn't seem to really want to help Mason.
Yeah, he did not want to help Mason.
Different circumstances. That guy was coming after his job.
And
at the time.
And it wasn't even like, and when Mason came in, he still had like 5 or 6 years left playing.
I guess that is true.
Yeah, he had a lot of years left playing under Mason, because I think Mason's in his 4th or 5th year with the league. So he had 4 or 5 years left. So it was like, why are you bringing this guy in now? After going like 11-5. And so I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we bringing him in? Going 11-5, going 2 games deep in the playoffs. But yeah, I don't know.
Do you think that Kenny's issues, like because he's already thrown a decent amount of picks, that now he's just so afraid to throw another pick that he's not taking those necessary risks?
Maybe. And but if you look back, a lot of his picks are longer balls. Like that is where he gets a lot of his picks from, when he's trying to make a play or he's trying to throw something. But yeah, it was honestly great to see TJ back. He got an INT. Hey, that's 2 DNs right there getting interceptions. Let's go, baby.
Rarely see it.
Yeah, you don't. But yeah, it's super. I feel like the team's starting to come together again. We're starting to, I don't know, we're starting to feel like a team again. Feel like an actual Pittsburgh Steelers team with a running game.
Does Kenny Pickett at least take an accountability
for what?
For the offense?
Unlike Mr. Zachary Wilson.
Damn, yeah.
That's what I was getting at.
Mr. But this is the thing too, is why the hell are we throwing it 42 times?
Giving him opportunities.
Probably because Najee isn't doing anything when he gets the ball.
But this is ridiculous. So like Najee had 20 carries, 90 yards. It's a pretty good game.
That was like his best game so far this year.
This is the game he needed. He needed this, and hopefully this shows us that it was just a sophomore slump this year. Hopefully this shows us like it was just that, like, hey, I had a really good year, my first year, which also scares me going into the second year for Pickett. Okay, can you have more of a sophomore slump than you did a rookie? Like,
no, I feel like Pickett can only develop.
Literally, like
sophomore slumps are just like they're almost like a folk tale. I can't think of the right word, right? Like people say everybody's gonna have that, but not everybody has that.
Not everybody.
It's more or less just like it's a fear, right? It's a fear that this is gonna have it. So they're just gonna say, oh, if anything worse comes out worse, it's just a sophomore slump. Well, then what about year 3 and they suck dick? Like, what are you gonna do then? Like, what do they call that? Right?
That's the scary part.
But at the end of the day, if you do it by year 2, like if he's still in the same thing, he's not doing a slump because he's doing the same shit he did last year, and you know that's just not your guy, and you go out and get somebody else, and then you pay somebody like Lamar Jackson. Take him away from the Ravens. Oh, that'd be so nice. Hold on.
I would be so happy.
That would be the funnest thing ever.
I would be so happy. Get him out of division. I'd maybe cheer for him. I might become a Lamar fan if he went to the Lions. I could not cheer for Lamar on the Ravens. But so hopefully we're calling it whatever this year is going to be, whatever it's going to be. My favorite Steeler right now, Mr. Pat Freiermuth, is going off still. 8 receptions, 79 yards. Let's go, baby. It's what a Pittsburgh Steelers tight end should be. Mr. Consistent.
That is true.
Yeah, it's just Mr. Consistent. Like, you can get him the ball, he'll get it, he'll make it, right? One thing I would love to see from him though is get more touchdowns. It's kind of like what a Steelers tight end has been for the last so many years, is big body, down low, you're getting the touchdowns. Like, that's what we are. But it's nice to see him have some yards. So who knows, man? I'm happy that we're doing something, bro. We're happy that our defense is just having a rough time against anybody that's kind of halfway decent. So, hey, there's only a couple more games left, and hopefully we'll be on Monday night. Hopefully we're gonna make
get flexed.
I don't think so, because what team could flex us? There's not like crazy game. It's like, oh, we need to watch this game because they have the Thursday night game. So that's the steal. That's the steal, man. We're doing great. We are feeling good, and our teams feel like a Lions fan. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, you actually don't.
No, Lions fans are happier.
We have a better record.
Listen, I feel like a Lions fan every year past besides this 1 year.
But let's take a moment and be grateful for all the success the Steelers have had in your lifetime.
Hey, yeah.
Because there's some teams that will never, ever get that. There are people that have died. Think about the Lions fans that have died that have never seen them win a Super Bowl.
Get to a Super Bowl.
Even since my birth, they haven't done shit as a Cowboys fan, right?
Yeah,
like,
true.
So the fact that you were able to live all this and you have to have one rebuilding year as of right now.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Let's be grateful.
Yeah, let's be grateful. And that's what I'm saying. I'm grateful. Like, I've seen 2 Super Bowls.
2.
I've seen 3. I've gotten
3, 1, 2.
Yeah, of course, Mr. freaking Aaron Rodgers and his Packers.
The only time I was rooting for the Steelers to win a Super Bowl.
I know. I can imagine you probably hated the Packers then. But
I hated that Super Bowl.
Why?
Because I didn't like the Steelers at the time either. So it was this Super Bowl sucks.
Super Bowl's trash.
If I have to root for someone,
it's gonna be the Steelers. Yeah.
You know how Chris feels about men and like Ben Roethlisberger, who should know the word no. And you heard about Deshaun Watson. I bet at that time, could you imagine? He wasn't even like an adult to be able to have filter. He was just young and good.
I was making so many Big Ben jokes.
Hey, he comes back. next week, right? Or is it this week?
Yep. No, next week.
Next week against
that'll be big.
Old team. They did that on purpose.
Oh yeah,
NFL.
It's gonna be weird.
100%. That's
it's gonna be. They did it though.
It's gonna be so dumb. They're gonna lose so many more games because we'll get to that later. But yeah, the steel mill is closing down. We're excited, but I think it's time to ride our horses into the sunset and giddy up, galley up, and talk about the Cowboy Corner, because god damn did they put a beat down on Chris's second least favorite team.
Yeah, you know what? Well, thank God. After watching the week before, like even the week before, again, we just said it, like it didn't look bad. Like there were some issues that we probably needed to work on, remaining a lot to our defense. And I think the best part about that was there were so many people that felt like the week before where Washington was getting ridiculed for not even standing a chance between the Eagles. And everybody was like, well, Justin Jefferson's going to just go all over us. Dalvin Cook's going to run all over us. And multiple people said this, and then it will hold them to 3 points, and like I think it was a total of 120 something yards in the second half. Like, dude, what a fucking beat down on an 8-1 now Minnesota Vikings.
I mean, like, I think that's 225 yards total. I think somewhere around there. It's ridiculous.
I think I'd rather I'd lost that Green Bay game and won this game, because I think this game meant more. Because they're a team that's actually going to make the playoffs. When you compare it head to head, we got a little bit better and we got the up on them. And it just showed, like, the Vikings have been so close in games, the entire games, all of them, right? All the games. And then to fucking 40-3, there was never even a touch.
Yeah.
Like they can do shit on offense. And that was just, that to me was the best thing that I could see, because it just shows the caliber of a defense that we have when they're playing at all levels, right? When they're playing at their best. And we tore them apart, dude. I mean, it was just 7 sacks, I think is what we had. Like, dude, everybody got to hit them.
Did you see that? I think it was NBC or CB, whoever was hosting it, turned it off the second half.
Yeah.
And
they didn't show the entire fourth.
Yeah, because it was so bad.
I saw a lot of Cowboys fans who were pissed about that, though.
Yeah. Sipes was watching it. She was pretty pissed about it.
So I have a question for you, Jay. Question for you. Team looked absolutely phenomenal. Okay,
they did look good.
They like crazy good. They were firing on all cylinders. So these are two teams that will make the playoffs, unless some crazy thing happens to where they just lose the rest of the season. But I don't think that'll happen. But two teams make the playoffs. Does this, if they play each other in the playoffs, does this hurt the Cowboys? Because of, like, I think it helps them a lot because they can beat down on them. But does this help the Vikings go, we're not going to get fucking beat down again? Like, we're not going to get embarrassed. They embarrassed us last game. We're going to embarrass them this game.
So as much as I'm logical in a lot of things, there are things that I'm like very superstitious on. Yeah. And I would say these are one of the things that I am superstitious on, right? Like I said this, I think against the Bills and the Chiefs, where if I'm Josh Allen, I want to lose this game and I want to win the playoff game. Part of it is a little intimidating. Like, to be frank, like if we do meet them in the playoffs, like that is a real chance that the beatdown that we get, if it would have been like a close game, I think that may have been like different. But the fact that it was a fucking murder scene, it was like that does give the Vikings, when they play them again, and we're gonna play them at home again, because they're gonna win the NFC North. We're not gonna win the NFC East unless the Eagles lose out, right? Yeah. So we're traveling away to play them. If we, that's the logical thought of it.
Yeah.
Do you beat them twice in their own home?
Yeah, it's tough to do.
To do, super tough to do. So it's, you needed the win. You hope that they lose in the playoffs, because they're a team that they're hanging on by a thread in most games, right? So what if they go first game, they lose? All right, perfect. Yeah. That's an opportunity for us, and we don't have to worry about it. But if it does come down to it, like, it is a little like worrisome. But I'm gonna be a little bit optimistic through it and just hope that it's gonna be all right.
Yeah, I would be. If I was a Cowboys fan, I wouldn't be worried about the Vikings, even if you do have to face them again. I'd be more concerned about the 49ers and the Eagles.
Yeah.
That's it.
Did you understand my thing of they do look good?
Yeah.
Or does that go right over your head, Alex?
No, they look good.
No, do you understand that? I don't think you understand that.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, OBJ says they do look good.
Oh yeah.
Everybody thinks they should come play for the Cowboys.
The Cowboys are trying so hard to get him to. They won't stop talking about him.
Dude, I'm gonna be
at this point,
so pissed if you guys get him.
Why? You got to speak shit into existence, and if they have everybody recruiting him, like that's at the end of the day, dude, that's good for you because that's gonna entice him more, right? More people. They're like, dude, come on, like look what we're doing. They see it. Hey, you can be a part of this.
Who else is in the talks, anyways?
Giants.
Okay, the Rams are, of course.
No,
still
not
probably.
anymore.
If you're OBJ, do you want to go to
Rams and Packers are apparently out because they suck.
Okay.
It apparently is down to the Cowboys and the Giants. So if that's the case, we're fucked. He's for sure picking the Cowboys. I mean, unless he really just wants to go home to the big market, but
I mean, the Cowboys are a big market.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It just depends on if he wants to go home to like prove something again to the Giants, so like we can win a Super Bowl together. Because this is where he got drafted there, right?
Yeah. If I was him, if I'm going back to New York, I'm going to the Bills.
Yeah. 100%. And if I know, hey, he's this personality where he doesn't want to go back to the Giants. Like he wants a big like, fuck you. Yeah. You should have kept me. You should have.
He probably won't go to the Cowboys, to be honest.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Got
a very real chance.
A lot of talk about this stuff for him to just suck again for this year. Because he kind of sucked on the Rams. Like
he didn't. No, he didn't. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
He was hot in the Super Bowl before he got hurt. And in the playoffs.
He was okay. I think that's controversial, and I think everybody can speak their own. But if he would have played in the Super Bowl, I don't think that game would have been as close. I think if he didn't get hurt and had done the things, he was on hot. He had a hot start.
You're saying
him, you got cup.
You're saying it wouldn't have been so close at the end if he didn't get hurt?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So the best thing about the Cowboys-Vikings game this week was going online and seeing the Vikings fans. Because they had all these. Oh, well, some of them were pissed, but honestly, what made me laugh is so many of them were like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like the Cowboys needed that win. They needed that win more than the Vikings. I'm like, okay, they may have needed the win more than you guys, but the score was 40-3. That goes beyond just needing the win more. You got like that score is a non-conference college game score.
But if you're the Vikings, don't you need that win too? Because you haven't beat many competitive teams besides the Bills that you won off of miracles.
Right.
Yeah, but they don't need it they maybe need it for morale, but for getting number one in their division, they don't need it. Like
I have to say too, I knew two people, but I know one person now who is a Vikings fan. Gare Bear out there, if you're listening ever, I just want to say thank you.
I used to work with a bunch of Vikings fans.
Thank you guys.
They're an interesting fan base. I feel like the whole NFC North is an interesting fan base.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps it up. I'm excited for this week. I love Thanksgiving. I think it's just such a fun week, and this is the big week. This is another much needed win. If we can get 2-0 on the Giants, fuck the Giants, and on Thanksgiving Day with our throwbacks.
What's going on with the Giants right now?
Yeah, here's the problem, dude.
Falling apart a little bit.
They're kind of falling apart, but like, what if they come off this week like, fuck, we just got our kneecaps eaten by the Lions. And they're gonna come into Dallas pissed.
And they just kind of did get embarrassed as well. 31-18. That's an embarrassing score.
They didn't look good at all.
No.
Well, and they should be a little bit embarrassed. And they no matter what happens, whenever the Giants and the Cowboys play, they're coming to play. This is going to be a fun game. It's going to be a competitive game. It always is. It doesn't matter if one really, really sucks and one's really, really good. It's just like if we were to play the Eagles. Like, I think the Commanders are one of those teams that like they're hot, cold. But like Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, if any one of those three are playing each other, it's going to be a good game.
Well, I mean, I think the Commanders proved themselves
that better, but they're not. In history, they haven't been as consistent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
those RG3 years though, that year and a half they had RG3.
That was good.
That was fun.
But they should come back with vengeance. They should want to win this game, and we should want to win this game just as bad as they do, because we need that more than they do. Like, we need to beat them in order to stay second in our division rather than third, which will put us in better playoff position than it would be losing to them.
Do you move to third if they win?
We moved to, I don't know. I think we're pretty. I think we really.
I think you have a better record. Oh no, the even record.
No,
so
we're even. So if
and
we can
they're
beat
third.
them,
so if you lose, you go to third, and if you win, you stay in second, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd actually probably be legit tied because
they would have one.
They would each have a win.
We beat them.
Yeah, but
if they beat us, it'd be tied, and then it would go down to like play, right? But in our division, we're 2-1. And the Giants are 0-1.
Even if like the Giants win, they have an 8-4. Cowboys are 7 or 8-3, and the Cowboys are 7-4. Cowboys would be above them, or the Giants would be above them.
The Giants have only had one divisional game so far.
Yes, and that's what's
going to
be
fall
hard
apart
for them.
Yeah,
that's what's hard for them through the rest of the season is they have to play the Eagles twice.
Yeah,
they have to play us again, and they have to play a hot ass Commanders team.
Yeah,
like the Commanders aren't going to not do something, right? So it'll be very interesting.
If the Lions stay hot, like that Giants team could totally fall apart and make a wild card spot open.
Maybe. I can't believe you guys are fucking second. This is I'd never seen this ever in my life. Looking at this screen, I'm like,
I've seen it, but
I don't know what I'm happier about. Them being in second or Rodgers being in third.
Yeah. Or that your team is 4-6 and you're in second.
Right. No, that just goes to show you how much of a shit show the North is.
Oh, but and you won in your division,
and you lost your left guard, Jackson, concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Damn, that's rough.
Yeah, this year's been a crazy year. I think I'm looking at most of these teams. There's so many teams like the NFC East and the AFC East. Man, the worst team on there is 6-4 and 6-5, and then still like. It's up for grabs. A lot of the divisions can still be up for grabs. It just depends on what the rest of the year looks like and how they play.
Speaking of the AFC East, we kind of touched on it already. What are you guys' thoughts on Zach Wilson?
Do you want me to go first or Alex go first?
No, go ahead. He's a little pussy boy.
Yeah, 100% he is. 100%. I think
you can win with Joe Flacco, but you can't fucking what the fuck?
Dan Orlowski, I think, said it. It doesn't matter if you were the problem or if you weren't the problem. As a quarterback, you're the leader of that offense, and you have to hold account. Even if you don't think you did anything, you still got to be like, hey, that's on us. That's on me. I needed to do better. I needed to do this. That's what a leader would do.
No.
What?
I was like, you ever heard of extreme ownership? That you're the team, bro. He
literally did the exact opposite. Nope, we didn't do anything wrong. You scored a field goal. You got them in a red zone once, then maybe
you got 75 yards.
77.
Off of 9 passes, you've completed 9 out of 22. Literally, we could have gone and done better. Someone could have done better. It's embarrassing for him. It shows his immaturity level. It shows that he's not ready to be an NFL caliber quarterback. Who are you waving to? Hi.
I was waving to my mom.
Hi, Mom. Yeah, what's up, Mom? Mom Rutledge.
Shout out to my mom.
But yeah, for real. For a team that just needed a leader, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying since they drafted him that they shouldn't have drafted him, but that right there is the nail in the coffin that they should not have taken him second.
But I think you've also said it multiple times, Chris, that playing in the New York market is probably and it being a quarterback of the New York Jets is probably one of the hardest things you can do. Not only because you're expected to win, even though they haven't been the greatest, but you're always expected to win, even with the team around you. And when you don't, you're going to get beat down. Because they expect greatness out there. Just what they expect from New York.
Speaking of Jets, it is the anniversary of Butt Fumble. If you guys didn't know that,
I saw the clip earlier.
Speaking of New York quarterbacks and Jets quarterbacks,
I feel like he doesn't get he was a good quarterback.
He took him to 2 AFC championships.
With a pretty good. The team was actually really good.
He's probably underrated as a quarterback.
Oh yeah,
he is because of that butt fumble.
Oh,
that really tarnished his career, I think.
Yeah, it really, because all they remember him for above football. But I was like, it's like, do you remember that he did go to 2 AFC championships? Like what the fuck? It's a good team, but yeah, the Jets look absolutely atrocious right now. I don't know what's going on with them.
I just think it's funny that Flacco has more touchdowns thrown on that team than anyone else.
Well, I think Rob is the head coach name, right? Rob?
Yeah.
Robert. He already just said like that he's not committed to Zach Wilson moving forward, like starting.
Nice.
And I think that's huge because I mean, dude, put Joe Flacco in. I'd rather see Joe Flacco in there than fucking Zach Wilson at this point.
100%.
Well, they had multiple guys like kind of publicly bash him. You had Garrett Wilson who said what he said.
What did he say?
He said that the offense was, dog shit, or maybe Robert Saleh said dog shit, but he said something else shit. And he was just dogging them. And then Sauce Gardner liked the tweet that Sauce Gardner liked a tweet that kind of criticized him, and someone else on the defense liked a different tweet that criticized him. So like that locker room is turning on him.
Your defense stops the entire team, like literally to 3 points. You lose on a fucking punt. If I'm the defense, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I put all this work in. We stopped and we did our job, and you couldn't pull through.
That's why it's 3 levels, not just offense, defense, or special teams has to be there.
I'd be so pissed because that game should have gone into overtime, and that would have been a good game in overtime. But like to lose off a fucking punt, that's gotta be.
It wouldn't have been a good game in overtime. They couldn't do anything. The fact that they were like the fact
I'd rather than tie.
Yeah, the fact that the Jets were in there at 77 yards, 103 yards overall.
That just shows you how good their defense.
Yeah, their defense is freaking amazing.
But
don't waste them.
You got to surround them and get it now.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna tell everybody. Lamar to everybody. Lamar to the Jets.
Lamar, yeah.
That's probably more likely than the Lions.
Yeah. Talk about another shit bowl of the Ravens. That was such a boring game.
Oh, are we going into the recap?
Oh yeah, we're going into the recap. Sorry, that was a perfect segue. The Ravens.
Speaking of a shit team,
just double check, guys. Are we going into the recap?
Yeah, we're going to the recap.
Oh, okay.
This is the recap. Yeah, sorry. Recap.
Jay, adjust your hat. We're recapping.
Adjust your hat for the recap. We're recapping. There you go. Perfect. We're recapping. Recap. The Commanders defense, 2 touchdowns. Kind of insane.
Wait, you were going on the Ravens. Now we're going to Commanders.
Oh yeah, because the Ravens fucking suck.
Oh, so is that all we're doing? Oh, Ravens 13-3.
I just wanted to talk about how bad they are.
Wait.
They're probably gonna go pretty far.
No way.
They're going farther than you are.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not saying the Steelers are great this year. I'm just saying that the Ravens. I think it's disappointing to see, and I will say this: Lamar's talent go to waste at a team like that.
Yeah. And honestly, it's more or less like I feel like they keep getting in bad positions. Like they lose this person, they lose that. This defense gets hurt, that person gets hurt. Like I think he just hurt Stanley, which is huge. Like
their best receiver. I've never even heard of him. Likely, never heard this guy.
He's a rookie. That's why you never heard of him.
He's the best receiver. I mean, like you had Braitman, who looks crazy good, can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
And then you have Lamar, who's like, it feels like half the time he's like looking to run, but I think that's just because he knows that his receivers can't get open and his receivers like can't do anything right now. So I don't know. I just think I feel kind of bad for him. Like I wouldn't mind if he went to a different team so I could root for him a little bit.
I'm dead. Well, going on your Commanders thing, don't you guys love that Tyler Heineke ended up getting the start?
Yeah, it's about time.
Are they committing to him?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that just showed me.
Yeah, he's looking good. Like, come on, 200 yards. I mean, he just is a really good game manager.
Yeah.
Which is what you need right now when you're kind of in a rebuild, your team's kind of good, but kind of trying to find the right pieces.
Yeah, they just didn't do much on offense. I mean, they did.
No, they didn't.
Like, it was kind of like, it was mediocre.
Yeah.
Isn't Chase Young still out though? Or was this his first game back?
I don't know. That's a great question. Let's see if he played.
I'm pretty sure he's still out.
Yes, he's out still.
They would honestly be a much better team in a different division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 6-5 in their division. They're not a bad team.
Oh, exactly. So I think we'd be talking about them in better light if they're in another division.
Yo, the Falcons, speaking of divisions, they can win that NFC South.
They could. Well, they can't beat Brady, so they won't.
Oh, you don't know that yet.
No. I think they've never
He's
Brady.
never lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they've never beaten Brady. So it's like
never say never.
No, it's until they show us that they can.
I know, but never say never. They're right now right behind them. Like they're basically tied for the top spot. Like
I don't know. I think the way the Bucks have looked the past couple weeks, and now they just coming off a bye. I think we're about to see them start lighting it up.
Dude,
I hope so.
You're talking about, you said it right last week, Chris. Talk about the Chicago Justin Fields. The guy just does everything for him. Like
he is the team.
Yeah, it's hard to like say like, what doesn't he do for them?
Doesn't that just give you more optimism though as a Bears fan? If you like hate the Bear, if you're like okay, like
how are we gonna lose him?
Fan, huh?
How are we gonna lose him?
No. They give him more like people to surround him. He's only 2 years in, right? Last year was his rookie year, this year's second. Yeah. So like, I mean, he's probably got at least another year, 2 years, right?
Yeah, it's rookie contract.
And like, I would say after next year, if they don't do better and make moves, then yeah, they'll lose him. But like, at least you know you have a little bit of talent.
Yeah.
At least you know you just need to surround him. But they went out and got these playmakers. The one I always laugh about is Allen Robinson. They put so much money into Allen Robinson, and he did shit.
He did nothing. And then the Rams did the same thing, and he's still done nothing.
Yeah,
it's because he's overrated. They were like, "Oh, he just doesn't know what to throw to." No, he just sucks now.
And I guess they're trying because they did try to get Claypool, another big receiver for him, trying to do something to get him talent so that they can.
I thought they did get him.
They did.
No, they did.
So
what is it? Trying to do something to get him talent. Like
so
they're trying. What?
What are they missing?
Dude, I have no idea.
Certainly, I think they need a better O-line.
Oh, really?
And then their defense. Like their defense is trash.
Really?
Because think about it. They no longer have Matt.
True.
They traded away Roquan Smith this year. And shit. I want to say another guy with
Robert
the last
Quinn.
name of Robinson. Robert Quinn. Yeah. So their defense is weak as shit.
Did they do that because they got picked? So they
got
on purpose.
Yeah, they got a lot of picks. Next year will be a good
purpose to kind of rebuild the defense young. Is that what they're trying to do? We're trying to build them young so that when, and then maybe get one or two. Nice, what's a pretzel? Maybe get one or Annie Ann's. Which one is it?
Annie Ann's, and shout out to my girl Rachel who gave it to me today because she knew I'd be working a lot.
Hell yeah, Rach. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens there. The Eagles. What is this Colts team like a new team because of Jeff Saturday?
Yes, and the Eagles are starting to show their flaws.
Yeah, and did you see what Sirianni did?
No.
Yeah, he
yelled at the crowd.
That's for fucking Frank Reich.
I forgot that he worked under Frank Reich.
Yeah,
for the Colts.
And the thing is, the Colts kind of were in the right for firing that guy. I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you, Chris. I'm not a big I'm not like let's change leadership right away. But
that one they needed to. They've had him. He had been there for a couple years, and he wasn't doing it.
And why are you starting Sam Ellington when you paid this motherfucker so much money to come here?
See, that is so confusing to me because, Saturday comes back, and now suddenly Matt Ryan can be used again. So
I would. That was a Frank Reich thing.
Story with that.
That was like it.
When was Frank Reich ever winning enough to make it like, hey, this is a fun atmosphere. We're excited to be here. You bring someone in that's passionate about the Colts, and passionate about football, right? Like that just changes everything, right? It makes people want to play for you. So I think it was a smart move, like you guys said. But I think the Eagles are getting exposed, and everybody should be watching those games and seeing what they can do to beat them, because if the Commanders can find a way, the Colts almost found a way. There's some holes.
Lions almost found a way.
Yep, there's some holes. The beginning of the year, very first game, so long ago. But like this is giving them opportunities to see like, hey, how do you beat the most dominant team in football right now?
Why the fuck do you trade for AJ Brown to not use him like 3 weeks in a row now?
Oh, but like think about all he's done the rest of the year.
No. I'm talking. No, I'm not saying anything. Like, they've used him very well, but then all of a sudden they just like stop. Like that's what I'm saying. Like for the last 3 weeks, they're
focusing on him. Like they're probably doing things like double team, get him.
But he's not. But he's not. They're not taking away enough from the defense that someone else is shining. You know what I mean? He's not attracting enough of a defense to where he's like actually having Smith raise up or having Goddard raise up, right?
Goddard's out.
Oh, is he out?
Yeah.
He's been out. That's a huge piece, right? So you take him out, and then all you have is Devontae Smith, him, and Miles Sanders, right? Like, I mean, I think they have some other decent people, but like, if I'm now that defense, oh yeah, fuck yeah, double team AJ Brown.
I'm laughing at you, Chris.
Me too. First, he thought Cam Akers would be a great move. Najee Harris is starting to blow up. Dallas Goedert got hurt, man. I don't want to talk about fantasy, so can we move on?
Well, no, we're gonna talk about it later. But yeah, but that's the thing is like, why would you not? I mean, like, okay, 5 receptions for 60 yards is pretty good, but like you're AJ Brown, you should be getting 10 receptions for 100 yards each game.
I think most of his fantasy points this year has come in like 2 or 3 games. Like he's blown up in like 2 or 3 games and then been pretty quiet.
He had 3 touchdowns against the Steelers, so it's like, you know, like there's like half his fantasy points right there. So I don't know. I think why would you stop using him? And then they really don't have a run game at all, except for Jalen Hurts.
I think the only really other game I think it goes into the evening games after that was that Raiders Broncos game. As those 2 shittiest teams I've ever seen play. Raiders squeezed out a win against the fucking Broncos.
On a wide open. Like, why are you leaving wide open?
He looked like the only guy in the field.
Literally, like if you like zoomed in probably enough that there was maybe like 20 yards around him. There's no one around him.
That's another indictment on Hackett, because it's like, dude, you literally just got done coaching that guy, and you're not going to your team and being like, hey, it's overtime. Don't let Devontae even have an inch on you.
Like, maybe cover the best player on the field. Maybe.
But you know what? I think Derek Carr looked a lot better. Devontae Adams finally blew up. But okay, this stat blew my mind because I never thought about it. Devontae Adams and Derek Carr have the most combined touchdowns from a quarterback receiver in the NFL this year.
Nice. How many?
I think it was 8 or 9. But they
say that again.
So like from a quarterback to a wide receiver, like touchdown ratio, like they have the most touchdowns as a group than any other 2 paired, like rather than like let's say for instance George Trey McGroppolo or Jalen Hurts to AJ Brown. They have the most touchdowns.
More than like Waddle and Tua. I guess Tua has been Waddle and Tyreek. I guess that's why. Yes. But even more than Kelsey and Mahomes.
Yeah, that seems
Kelsey
crazy.
had 4 touchdowns game.
They might have changed it now because of that one, but like going into that Sunday night game, that was it.
Oh yeah, but I mean, even before that, Kelsey had a 4 touchdown game. It was ridiculous.
But Kelsey has really big games.
Yeah, he does.
True.
Like he went off this week, which was super awesome.
Did. And then I think that the Eagles are trash again, but it's okay. It's whatever.
That was your Super Bowl pick.
I know. I think they'll still be good, but like, how do you fucking do that? And then the Raiders and Broncos are just. I think that Nathaniel Hackett's a one and done.
Yeah, 100%. He's done. How do you have Russ? You pay all that money and don't do shit. I bet Russ is like, what if you're Russell Wilson? Real quick, what do you do? You were just bitching at the Seahawks that not doing this, not doing that.
Mr.
And now you literally are the leader of a 3-7 team.
While the Seahawks are doing much better.
And
did you see, by the way, they got pissed at Melvin Gordon and decided to cut him?
Yeah, that was wild. That was
about time. Another thing against my fantasy team.
You had him too?
He hasn't really been doing that great though.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah,
I recently picked him up.
And like
a fumble machine this year.
So are they now trying to just place blame somewhere? Like,
no, I think they're just restarting. Like, dude, after this year, aren't you calling it done? If you're a Broncos fan, are you like, yeah, we're done? Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
And the thing is, you have so much talent on your team,
but they traded a lot of it away.
Yeah, they got rid of
people have been injured
on the offensive side. Like, you have so much
Jamal
talent.
Williams is hurt. He's been hurt all season. Basically.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you have Cortland Sutton. You have.
I think Jerry Jeudy is a little overrated.
But he's still like pretty good.
Yeah. Why they haven't done shit this year? If I were to look at their,
but he did more with who the fuck was it? Drew Lock last year than he did with Russell Wilson. That's what I'm saying.
Like, no, true.
This year, Cortland Sutton has 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
1.
Oh, I know.
I'm looking at who else is on that team.
But I'm saying like, how can you do better with a shittier quarterback?
And Jerry Jeudy didn't even catch a single ball last game.
He's been killing it. You know, he's been really
How many targets?
None.
Yeah, I think he was injured.
Might have been.
And then, did the Chargers just learn again how to play football, or like, are they
Herbert?
He was targeted in November for 1 game, by the way, Jerry Jeudy, and this year he has 0 touchdowns.
Yeah,
3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's been injured a couple of times. He's been injured a little bit. But yeah, do they know what's going on with your boy Herbert? He's looking good again. Is it because
honestly,
is their team getting healthy again? Sucked. Yeah, is their team getting healthy again? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. I think they're getting healthy. They're kind of getting back in the swing of things. They let him rip it a couple times. I mean, if he didn't rip it to fucking Keenan Allen on that 3rd and 18 play, that would have been a whole different game. But dude, that was so pretty.
That first touchdown to Palmer was a beautiful pass. That was
he looked great.
Chris said this last week. Like he said, dude, Justin Herbert making some throws that, oh god, and like it's not him. It's somebody else. It's not him.
And what I think is really cool too is you don't have Keenan Allen, you don't have Mike Williams, so you make this guy Palmer, who I don't even know who he is. Before
30 points on my bench.
But you get this guy Palmer, but like consistently, he's been doing good for him.
Yeah.
And it's now just adding another receiving weapon to your arsenal, and then Austin Eckler's playing well again. So yeah, it's nice to see Herbert, because I really like Herbert. It's nice to see him playing, and I
can't beat the fucking Chiefs.
I just think it's funny that we talked so much about how crazy this division was going to be. It's going to be the best division in football history, and it's like, no, it's just the Chiefs again.
The Chiefs are still just going to win it.
Yeah.
Well, it's so funny. I don't think any of us would have projected at the beginning of the year that NFC East was going to be.
I would have not taken the Chargers at 5-5.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Oh, nice.
Just funny how it all changes. But
and then dude, okay. Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to watch the game?
No.
Okay. You have 31 seconds left.
Yeah.
To get in field goal range.
Yeah.
Chris, you're still muted.
That defense just made some plays. Like that sack was huge, right?
Yeah.
I think it was actually kind of funny because obviously the commentators, I think.
So was that a designed run?
It was a pass, but what happened was like this is what the commentator was talking about. It was saying basically like not Chandler Jones, Frank Jones. Who's the fucking Chris Jones? No, Chris Jones.
What's his name? The big motherfucker. The big motherfucker.
Yeah. Anyways, he like dropped back thinking it was going to be one, and that give like the quarterback the sense to like, hey, we can just run through this and then he came in and got it.
Okay.
It was like a design. I think Justin Herbert saw an opportunity to like just sprint down the field because they I think they started off with really good field position.
They did.
Yeah. So it was just a good catch, and that defense was smart and won the game for them.
Who is this Isaiah Pachinko guy?
Dude, a rookie, brand new. He popped off.
Yeah, he runs very funny.
He runs physical. He ran a lot better than
small
Edwards,
guy,
whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah. McKinnon?
He's actually
quite a Soler.
I think you need a height check when you like talk about people's like weight, height, big, small. I think you need to like
he's a small guy,
bigger than what we are.
He's 5'10". He's 5'10".
That's not small.
He's 5'10", weighs 216 pounds. That's a small guy.
216 pounds is not small.
As a running back.
Alex,
I'm saying as a running back.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'9"-ish, 5'8".
Look at Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is smaller than that.
Yeah, he's a small guy too. I'm thinking of but
216 is not small. Look at Tony Pollard.
He's a small guy too.
Yeah, but okay,
small
that's
guy.
That's running back statures are typically like Najee Harris is so different because you can't compare anybody to Najee Harris because he's a big boy. Tony Pollard's still 6 foot, 209 pounds. So this guy has 2 inches less, but 10 more pounds on him almost. That's a lot.
Would you say Tyreek Hill is a small guy?
Yeah.
Okay, I think he's like the same fucking height.
What, 6 foot?
Yeah, no,
he's a receiver. It's a different position.
No.
It's a different position.
I don't think Tyreek's 6 foot.
I don't think so. I think it's like 5'10". Tyreek Hill is 5'10", 185 pounds. He's a small guy.
But it's a receiver. It's a receiver to a running back.
I understand. But what I'm saying is like as a running back, just a small guy. Like for how good he did, I was not expecting because I thought he was a receiver playing running back. Like I literally thought he was a receiver playing running back.
So for instance, Zeke is 6 foot, 228. That
big boy.
Yeah, but that's the guy is only 2 inches shorter, but about that weight.
This Pachinko guy, how do you say his last name?
Pachinko, yeah,
Pachinko. He just must be dense. He just doesn't look 219. When I looked at him, I was like, "There's no way that guy's." When I saw that weight, I was like, "There's no way he's 219." He just didn't look that big.
He come from Rutgers.
Back me up, Chris. Did he look small out there on Sunday?
Back me up, Chris. You gotta leave that.
I mean, he didn't look any tinier than Clyde Edwards.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but also he runs very funny.
He hates you
Does he?
Much. Oh yeah, Chris, I agree with you. But Justin,
no. Clyde Edwards is a small guy too.
Yeah, he's a smaller dude.
5'7".
Oh yeah, you're right.
5'7", 207. He's
Actually, I just looked it up for Tyreek, and other guys came up. Do you know Odell is only 5'11"?
Wow.
He looks like he's like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah. But this guy, like, he just runs very like. I think his just movement's very funny, but he's a hard runner. He runs hard.
Yo, who picked him up in our league? That's what I want to know.
Me.
I picked him up a couple weeks ago.
The one that has nobody.
Pachinko. He looks good. I'm excited to see.
Because I read that he was supposed to get most of their carries going forward.
Yeah. And then it just looks like I don't know about you guys, but it just looks like why would I draft any fantasy tight end if it isn't Travis Kelce any higher than like the 7th round?
Dude,
all tight ends are just trash right now.
They're so bad.
Every tight end is just so bad.
Yeah, it's been the best thing ever for me to have
literally
Travis Kelce.
Better than most receivers.
Why I would pick him 2, 3. I'd pick him in the 2nd round because like he's a wide receiver.
Pick him in the first fucking round.
Yeah,
God damn, he's doing so good. He's been doing
in my playoff league. He went in the 1st round.
Yeah, and it does this to me every single year where I'm like, oh, he's not going to be that good. But I'm like, oh, should I waste a 1st round pick on him? And it's like, well, yeah, you should.
Had a week less than 15 points, 10 points. 10 points was the smallest week.
I have Jonathan Taylor who got 120 plus point week. It's fucking like cool. I would have rather taken.
That might be the biggest bust this year.
But I hate that the Chiefs are so good. Like I literally hate that Travis Kelce. When I was watching the fucking game, I was like, Travis Kelce's gonna do this dumb crossing pattern, and he's just gonna be open.
Hey, speaking of all those games, I agree. Right? Viva la Mexico.
Viva la Mexico.
Got spanked by the 49ers.
Yeah, we saw that coming now. Come on.
Yeah.
They don't.
That stadium's at a higher elevation, a mile high, which is crazy.
Wow, really? In Mexico City, it's high up there.
One of the biggest things I just like to say is Garoppolo threw 4 TD passes, which is actually a lot for Garoppolo. I don't think he ever does
for
that.
him. Yeah, and no picks.
They put in McSwarley,
McSwarley?
Yeah. He was an old Penn State quarterback.
Little Trace. Yeah, he was trash.
Okay,
Yeah.
well.
Played for the Ravens too, so I don't know why you're liking him.
Because he's not on the Ravens anymore. He was a backup for the Ravens.
But I forgot about that.
I think it was a crazy week. I don't know. Like, obviously, we didn't really. You did your predictions, Alex, which great job. I don't know what you ended up, but I know you didn't end up that good. Yeah, it's okay. Hey, we can just brush it off.
Hey, I won this week though.
Doesn't really count.
Yeah, you won. You guys got zeros.
No, watching these games, I was like, ooh,
whatever.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, I would have done bad with these picks anyway.
Yeah. So I picked the Packers. Obviously, I picked the Packers. I lost. I picked the Bears. I picked the Eagles. I picked the Jets. I picked the Commanders. I picked the Ravens. I picked the Rams. I picked the Browns or the Bills, the Ravens, the Giants, the Broncos. Nope. I picked the Vikings. Picked the Bengals. Picked the Chiefs. Picked the 49ers.
Yeah, I would have beat
you. Pretty good. But you didn't. So that's not always the top of the leaderboard, are we, Jay? So Chris, do you know? Oh, I guess hold on. Before we go into that, Christopher, what do you think of Michigan at number 3 still?
Oh yeah, college football.
I don't care.
Not looking good against an Illinois team.
You keep asking him this every week. He does not give a shit.
It doesn't matter.
But he doesn't matter till the big games are played.
Saturday.
You keep asking him the same damn question, but I'm gonna answer this for him until the Big Ten championship comes. It doesn't mean shit.
This is the week, though, right? This is the week.
This is the week. This is the big week. Yeah, it does. But no. Did they struggle against Illinois? Yes, but Illinois was a 7-2 team. They're not a bad team by any means. For one.
Also, Jay, your team
for two, against Ohio State struggled against Maryland. Number 3, TCU almost lost too. So really, if we're just talking top teams, like Georgia, everyone kind of had a bad week. Besides, Georgia's gonna win it. Let's be honest.
No, but Georgia played who? Georgia played like some.
They played nobody.
Yeah, they played.
That's what I don't like about the SEC is they will purposely schedule cupcake games at the end. It's like, no, that's when you should be playing your hardest football.
Yeah,
bullshit.
They played. They lost. You know,
But this is a big week. This is a huge week for both teams. I think as long as it's close and USC loses to Notre Dame, why wouldn't they put both teams in the playoff?
Oh, I mean, yeah, and then, dude,
Alabama can still make it.
Unfortunate about Hooker.
Yeah, that is sad.
Dude,
what a year.
Like,
was he a senior?
No, I think this is a junior.
I think a junior, yeah.
No, he's a senior.
He is?
He's a senior.
I hope he gets a shot.
That really sucks.
He'll get drafted something. Oh, dude, I don't know. Going off of an ACL injury from a quarterback your last game.
He's only going to a team that's going to be really patient, who doesn't really need a quarterback right away, and they can just let him recover and whatnot.
The Lions.
But yeah, no, big game this week. It's the game. I was looking at tickets, not that I was actually going to go, but I always love every year seeing like what the ticket prices are, and it's like the cheapest tickets are like $300.
How about USC not giving any love, bro? They're number 6.
I think they're going to lose to
Notre Dame.
Number
6 behind. Oh, did they play Notre Dame this week?
Yeah, and I think they're going to lose.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah, because we have, and then, so do you think, so Ohio State, Michigan, whoever wins that game, whoever gets the one loss. TCU doesn't lose, I guess. They don't really have that hard of a schedule the rest of the week. They didn't think they play Kansas State at the end.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough game for them.
Yeah, so that's going to be, but if they win that game, they get in.
For sure.
If Georgia's going to be in, most likely.
Georgia's in no matter what.
Yeah. They play LSU, so that'd be a good game. I hope that's a fun game to watch.
If TCU wins out, you're still going to get Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah, well, just the way the rest of the teams are.
Well, unless
I guess Clemson kind of has a chance, but I don't see that happening.
But hear me out. Say whatever way you want to say it, whoever you're talking to, whether you're talking to Chris or Jay, whoever gets the win, the opposite team, they get the one loss. LSU beats Georgia. Do they sneak in above them?
No.
Well, even with 2 losses, though?
No.
But you beat the number 1 team that looks unbeatable.
Doesn't matter.
And you won the SEC.
Ohio State, Michigan is a bigger game than those games right there, because those are teams right now that are undefeated. Right now are undefeated. They have not lost until they played one another and lost against each other. Yes, that gives LSU a bigger advantage to possibly get in. That's with the hope that if TCU loses and LSU wins, then that will be the shoe in, right? Then it'll be 2 SECs and 2 Big Tens. But I can't see them not putting in a Michigan or Ohio State just because they lost to one another.
But do you put in Georgia? Because then you do not put in Georgia and put in LSU, but you can't do that because Georgia.
No, you still keep Georgia in. Like Georgia will not make.
But how do you not put in the SEC champion?
Because how do you not do that, right? Because how do you not put in the Big Ten champion? How do you not put in the SEC champion? Because all favorites. Favorites. There's a lot of things that go into it.
It's also money. It's also money. And so here's the thing. I think either school loses. The big money is a playoff rematch.
Yep.
No one gives a fuck about LSU this year besides LSU fans.
But if LSU beats Georgia, that's big money too.
I don't think they will.
I'm not saying that they're going to. I'm just saying if they do.
Yeah. That's when things might get
hypotheticals.
I don't know. I don't know what would happen.
So, because obviously, if TCU loses, then you just put LSU in there, take TCU out. I don't think anyone's married to TCU because they don't look great. They don't look dominant, even when they've had their good wins.
Yeah, well, it's the Big 12. They don't play defense.
And if LSU loses to Georgia, TCU loses, USC wins Pac-12, do they get in?
In that scenario, yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to see what happens.
It will be fun.
It'll be fun to see where everyone goes and how everyone. Oh man, I'm just excited to see. I'm just excited to see what happens because, last thing I want to talk about real quick. We talked about it. Group B. Talked about it last week.
You're talking about our draw?
Talking about our what the fuck, bro? Zimmerman, what are you doing? You don't. I feel like I've never played soccer in my life and don't claim to be a soccer connoisseur. But I feel like you don't give a penalty kick in the 83rd minute. I feel like this is something that you don't do.
Especially when you're up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you're winning. Also, I know they were making fun of this Mexico goalie that he doesn't like play in anything but like the World Cup. But holy shit, does he save?
Does he play in the World Cup?
Yeah. What the fuck, dude? It was like funny. His team was like his like teammates were making fun of him. He's like, he doesn't play anywhere. But he just like comes to the World Cup and he just absolutely plays out of his mind.
He's old.
Yeah, he's old.
37 years old.
This is literally what they were showing something like this is him every single year in the World Cup. He literally doesn't let goals.
Hey, man. If you got it, if it's just big one, big upset. Saudi Arabia beat Argentina. That was huge.
Dude, yeah. So when people were people I heard a lot of people saying Argentina, Brazil were the two like favorites, right?
Mm-hmm.
And were people saying Argentina's the favorite because it's Messi's last World Cup, and they're like, he's not going to lose. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Messi's a huge part of that. Yeah,
obviously.
I think now the favorite is like France,
or maybe even England.
France.
England looks pretty good.
You say?
Yeah.
So you said France?
France. Yeah. So hopefully we can go and not lose super bad to England, so we can beat Iran by more points than. Because they only play each other one time, right? Is that how it works? They all play each other?
Yeah, they all play each other.
And whoever has the most points after they all play each other wins. And whoever has like the best goal differential.
Yeah, something like that.
I think that's how it works. I don't know. But
you think I know? I played soccer for years, but
that's why I'm looking at you. That's why I'm looking at
you. I never gave a shit about FIFA.
Also, you are now back home in Detroit. Yes. You have a friend, right? Named Nicholas, or as we know him, Shit River, and
Shit River in the fantasy league
happened to beat Our own Justin by 1 point.
Yeah. I was watching that too the entire time. Because my matchup with Eric was long gone over. My team totally shit the bed this week.
I want to say something, guys. It's a historic day. It's a historic week for me, actually. This is the first time in 3 years that I've won in all 4 leagues in the same week.
Great job,
really,
Alex. Wow. I've been 3-1 so many times. I've never won in all 4 leagues. It is like the curse of me. So I wanted to put that out there. Thank you. I played Rose. I played Rose, who only played 1 player.
So you wanted to bring me down.
Oh, see, that's cheap.
Yourself up is really what it was.
I scored 150 points in that game, so it didn't matter. Even if she would.
How did she only play 1 player?
I don't know, bro. She had outs and buys, and I don't know, bro. But like, if this tells you, if hold on, I know if this tells you anything.
No,
the next.
I don't give a fuck about your other 3 fantasy teams.
I would
don't give a fuck about one.
If this would have within that league, I would have lost to nobody if I played anybody this week. So it was a good win. Like I was like, oh, I
would have lost to me in our league if we would have played. Everybody would have lost to me except Shit River.
So listen,
don't you hate that,
bro? I hate it because last week I lost off a fucking tie. This week I lost by 1 point, and it's not that I'm even playing bad. It's not that I left people out that I should have put in. Don't get me wrong, but I've been doing so well all season, and just to lose by a tie and a point like that, man, that grinds my gears. Like I'd rather get blown out. I'd rather just like lose like by 20, 30 points, 15, like just something. But
you messed up by playing Pierce.
By what? I thought he had a little bit more.
Yeah,
he would have gave me more. There, Pierce would have gave me more if I would have put Palmer and over Boyd. Like at the same time, I made those game time decisions. That was my decision.
How shitty is it too that if you would have tied, you would have won?
And you know what even makes me more mad is literally what happened on Monday night changed everything for us because he had Debo and I had Ayuk.
And he had Robbie Gould.
Yep. And that's why I lost is because of Robbie Gould. So Robbie Gould, if you ever find this, fuck you. You made me lose. I hate you.
Robbie Gould.
1 point.
The Bear kicker.
It was
he's with the 49ers now.
Oh, I know, but he was a long-time Bear.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I will always remember.
Him and Debo, they both Ayuk did his part and he did everything he could, but
all you needed was literally just. I know he had an amazing game.
I could have put Zeke in. I could have put Curtis Samuel.
I know, but
I could have put the Cowboys defense
with the defense with the team that you had. All you needed was Travis Kelce to have 7 receptions, and you would have tied the game, and you would have won.
I could have put freaking Brian.
Or you needed this is the wild part. You needed Pierce to have literally 2 more yards, and you would have got another point.
And that's like the thing. 8 yards is what he got.
8 yards?
8 yards all
damn.
8 yards all game.
Oh, no, I'm with you, Justin. I'd rather get blown out than lose like that.
And twice. Back to back. And I'm like, and this is the league that I'm competitive in. I'm competitive in most of my leagues this year, which is really, really great. But this is the league one that means a lot to me because it's you guys. And I am 8-3 where I should be sitting at 10-1 with Eric.
Yeah.
Like I could be 10-1. I have more points for than Eric does. I have more points against than Eric does. But yeah, I'm 8-3 and he's 10-1.
It's rough, man. I'm 5-6. I'm coming back.
There you are.
I'm just praying that I somehow make a miracle run to like the last playoff spot. It's probably not happening. This is like my worst year.
How many teams make it?
Well, here's the thing: we're
6.
Yeah. And now that we're down to a 10-man league,
I mean,
better odds.
Better odds. I would make it right now.
I wouldn't.
Barely. I'd be the 6th. I'd be the 6th seed. I'd be playing Eric. Or I'd be playing Eric. Or unless they get buys, then I'd be playing.
Eric would get a buy. Yep.
So then I'd be playing Cypress.
Yeah, you're not gonna win that one.
Yeah, which would suck. And I mean, unless I make some kind of miracle run, which I do.
Hey,
in
my
the
team beat her.
Yeah, I make some miracle runs in the playoffs. Don't even worry. But yeah, so I was very happy. This is the first time I've ever won in every single league, which was really nice for me.
I'm proud of you, Alex.
Good job.
Thank you.
I'll hype you up when you try to bring me down. It's fine.
Thank you.
Damn.
I'm actually 5-6 in almost all my leagues. Pretty good.
All right, Chris. Question for you.
Do you know
this is the biggest week? Do you know all 3 of the Thursday night games and what time each of the games are?
Oh,
who's your opening game? Let's give you a quick. Who's starting the day?
Obviously, my Detroit Lions against the Buffalo Bills.
Hey, they didn't get a noon game. They now got an 11:30 game or a 12:30 game.
Yeah, they always have an earlier game on Thanksgiving. Then is it like 2 or 3 o'clock in the Cowboys versus the Giants game?
There you go.
That's easy. Those are staples every single year. Cowboys and Lions. And then the actual Thursday night game is going to trip me up a bit. For some reason, I want to remember that it was an AFC game, AFC matchup.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Let's go with it. No, because last time he fucking no, what's sure it's an AFC game.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's an AFC game.
I swear it was.
That's an AFC game.
It's an AFC
There's an AFC team involved.
Stop. You're giving him too much information. Chris, you literally hate one of these teams and you used to love one of these teams.
10, 9.
I hate one of these teams and I used to love one of these teams.
6,
Patriots
5,
and
4, 3.
You
2,
hate one of them, dude.
1.
Vikings.
Damn.
For some reason, I remember it being an all AFC matchup.
I had faith in you, and you failed me.
I got one of the teams.
Hey, one of the teams. This breaks your.
Until we get
hey, I don't want to be that guy, but this would have been 4 wins in a row.
Oh,
but you didn't do it.
Wait, no,
You've gotten 3
That's
wins
not good
in a
for
row.
the Lions. That's
wow,
not good for the Lions.
For the
as
Lions.
much as Chris has been guessing the Thursday night games, he's been it's scary. It's scary.
That's not good. That's
not good.
So in the opening game, I'm going Bills. Let's go Bills. The Bills are going to win this game.
Oh man.
Okay, as much as the Lions have been so impressive these last couple games, Chris, I told you those weeks, man, you need to just stay patient and you need to just understand your team's just trying to get through what it's getting through. Like you see so much glimmer of hope, but like this is a game where Josh Allen's more mad than the Lions want to win.
Yeah. I am actually going to go with the Lions though.
Hey, ride them high.
It's obvious if I had to place money,
take an L here,
the Bills are probably winning this game, but it's Thanksgiving. Lions have been hot, so I feel kind of foolish while I'm wearing my Hutchinson jersey to go against them. So I'm going to say that the Lions somehow pull off a miracle.
Let's do it. I'm going to not go with you and go with the Bills.
Let's do it. Not together.
That's fine.
Hey, yeah, but I'm rooting for I will be rooting for your Lions. I will be.
Thank you.
I can't wait for them to almost win.
For this midday game, Alex, weeks ago, you wanted to bet me.
Oh, yeah. I'm still down.
I'm wanting to bet because
I'm down. What do you want to do?
Cowboys versus Giants. I bet that the Cowboys win. I want them to win. I think they're going to win. I hope they win. I have everything. And I know you're such a Cowboy hater and you want the Giants. You suck their dick until they suck. And then the Commanders, you'll go to them. You've been blowing every team in the NFC East except the Cowboys. So what is your bet?
I don't know. What do you want to do? Do you want to do money? Do you want to do?
I try to do fun things with you, but every time we try to do something fun, you get really nervous and you back out. So I take your money.
What do you want to do for funsies? How about loser, winner or loser has to buy just like a t-shirt and has to wear it on the podcast the whole time, and it can be like whatever you want, like a Cowboys t-shirt. Like a I suck dick t-shirt, just like something, but they have to wear it on the podcast.
I like it.
No, you can pick it out, but I have to buy it. Loser has to buy it. It's like I have to buy it if I lose, and you have to buy it if you lose. But I get to pick it out, or you get to pick it out.
Yeah. Okay.
And something simple.
I
get
to pick a shirt that you get to wear, and you have to buy that shirt.
And I have to buy that shirt. Yeah, and then same thing. So like, when the Giants win, I get to pick a shirt that says something like.
Don't tell me what it is. Don't tell me what it is.
Okay, but I'm saying And we'll,
I don't need it.
So it's not.
Yeah,
crazy,
agree to it now before anyone gets cold feet.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
Perfect. So those are our picks then. You're picking the Giants and I'm picking the Cowboys.
Giants,
Chris,
baby.
I'm picking the Cowboys.
Nice.
Thank you, Chris.
That's what I like to
Giants
hear.
looked really bad this week against the Lions. They got exposed. Everything that they were doing really good this year, they ceased to do.
Danny Dimes doesn't let me down in the fourth quarter.
Alex is gonna hold on to this no matter what you're saying. You're saying all these bad things. He's just thinking in his head, "Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!"
No, I'm thinking. I'm already scheming on what I'm gonna make you buy.
Thanksgiving, dude.
Huh?
Thanksgiving. You think the Cowboys aren't gonna like play just as hard as the Giants?
The Cowboys are coming off a 40-point win.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
going into the Thanksgiving game.
They're sleeping, bro. They're sleeping. They think it's
I don't
easy.
think so.
They think it's
no,
easy.
because they're not sleeping. If they were first in the division, yeah, maybe this is a game they're gonna sleep, but they're not. So they have every reason to keep.
Nope. You split division games. You don't ever.
Talk your shit, Chris. Talk your shit.
You split division games. You split division games. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Alex,
that's all I'm saying.
You don't split many division games this year in the Steelers.
But
let's just finish.
We split the Bengals game.
Evening. Let's just finish it up.
Split the Bengals.
Finish up Thursday with the Patriots and the Vikings.
We split the
Bengals.
This one, I don't know about this one. This one's hard because like the Vikings just got. I think with you, the Vikings just got hella embarrassed. You can't come out 2 weeks in a row. Like
it's at home for the Vikings.
I'm going to go Vikings simply because the Patriots don't look good. The fact that they won that game against the Jets is
the Jets are bad.
A fluke. Like that punt return was just crazy. But it's not like the Patriots look good. So Vikings are going to be upset. They got more talent. They'll win.
Agreed.
All right.
Nice. That wraps it up. Good job, guys.
Wraps it up. We're just want to say, like, for anybody who's ever listened to this podcast, it's Thanksgiving. We're thankful for you guys. Thank you thank you for coming in and supporting us. We're having some fun. This has been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun since we started this.
Can you believe we've been talking about this realistically for almost
14 weeks?
Years? Like, we talked about doing a podcast for almost.
Yeah, this podcast has existed for a while.
We just
up here,
and it was funny.
Yeah, up here.
We were all just
on our phones.
Hey, let's do it. Like, if we're gonna do it, let's just fucking do it. And here we are. I'm grateful for you guys for pulling through this year and actually doing it. I'm grateful that I am doing it as well. It takes all 3 of us to do this, and grateful for you guys as much as I am our fans. So, thank you.
Fan.
Yeah. He said how he said.
Thanks, Dad.
Fans.
Love you. His fans. Yeah,
his fans.
My dad's my only fan.
He's the one that we're already getting Harry styled, Alex.
Damn, am I Zane?
Am I
Niall?
Name another one.
Liam. Man, I know a lot of One Direction guys. I don't know any more than that. Oh, Levi, is that one of them?
My Harry?
Yes.
Oh, I just said you were Harry enough. Isn't he the reason they broke up?
No, Zane. I actually have no idea why they broke up.
I thought he wanted like the solo shit. Like the
well, good. This isn't a One Direction podcast, so
this is a 3 Amibros podcast. Oh.
So hey, again, Alex, you get so frustrated with me, but where can you find me? Where can you find us?
Hey, listen, all socials at 3 Amibros, the number 3 Amibros podcast on all socials. And if you type in the search bar of the 3 Amigos, we'll pop up. You'll see our beautiful little faces. You'll see a ghostly ginger, a beautiful black hair.
I know. I finally looked my whiteness on this episode.
Yeah, dude. You're
lighting.
Come follow us on social. Come be a part of the conversations. If you want to know who has the best picks, come listen to us next week. And until next time, boys. Peace.
Thank you guys. Love you.
See you guys.